Every sunrise brings with it a blank page, an opportunity for transformation waiting right outside our window. Imagine a life where you wake up each morning brimming with purpose, ready to embrace whatever the world has in store for you. How would that change your days, your dreams, your destiny? What if I told you that a simple commitment and intentional practice every single morning could rewire your outlook, elevate your mood, sharpen your focus, and ignite a fire within you to pursue your greatest ambitions? This is not about waking up and rushing into the chaos of emails, notifications, or endless to-do lists. It's about making a choice to own your mornings, to craft a ritual that aligns you with the person you're striving to become. Let's cast aside the misconception that greatness is achieved through luck or sudden opportunity. The reality is, the most successful, fulfilled individuals don't stumble into extraordinary lives. They design their lives through purposeful actions, small routines repeated with intention every single day. So, breathe in this truth. You can alter the entire trajectory of your life by changing what you do in the first hour after you wake up. The morning is the golden hour, unspoiled, brimming with potential, and pure. It sets the tone for every thought, every decision, every action that follows. The way you greet your morning is the way you create your life. Close your eyes for a moment and picture the version of yourself you most aspire to become. Is that person content, energized, resilient? Does that person face challenges with clarity or succumb to chaos and overwhelm? The distance between who you are now and who you want to become is not measured in giant, impossible leaps. It is measured in small, consistent steps, day after day, morning after morning. When you commit to a morning ritual that energizes your mind, feeds your soul, and encourages your dreams, you take the reins of your own destiny. The powerful truth is this: every morning you are at a crossroads. You can allow the world to dictate your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, or you can declare, today I choose to be the architect of my life. The world is noisy, chaotic, full of distractions that pull us away from our authentic selves. But the quiet of the early morning is a rare sanctuary, a time when you can hear your innermost voice whispering, "You are capable of more. You are worthy of joy. You can build a life you love." Seize this sanctuary and let it be the proving ground for your dreams. Think about it. Overnight, your mind is reset. The slate is wiped clean. Whatever struggles or setbacks haunted you yesterday, they cannot hold you prisoner unless you invite them in again. Each new dawn, you give yourself permission to begin anew. What would happen if, at the start of every day, you poured intention and meaning into those precious first moments? Imagine the shift in your spirit, the clarity in your mind, the strength in your heart. Consider the oft-quoted words of Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and emperor. When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. This is not a romanticized ideal, it is a call to action. Life is fleeting, time never repeats itself, but each dawn gives us a chance to participate actively in the writing of our own story. Changing your life isn't about grand gestures, but about small, powerful habits begun in the sanctuary of sunrise. What kind of morning ritual can ignite transformation? It could be as simple as sitting in silence, asking yourself what you want to create today. Maybe it's journaling your intentions, speaking words of gratitude, or envisioning the person you are becoming with every positive step. And you begin each day with purpose. You create a ripple effect that expands into every corner of your existence. Suddenly, the day is not something you endure, but something you embrace. Waking with purpose doesn't mean ignoring pain or pretending the world is always beautiful, but it means facing every challenge with hope, resilience, and readiness. Every morning is a commitment to presence, a vow to meet yourself, to honor your needs, to look after your well-being, and to nurture the seedlings of your dreams. You owe it to yourself to be intentional in these early hours because you are planting the seeds that will grow into the life you crave. Most people allow the demands of the day to overwhelm them before they've even had a chance to remember what matters. They roll out of bed and are thrust immediately into the role of responder, replying to messages, worrying over deadlines, appeasing others' demands. But we are not here to simply react. We are here to create, to lead, to thrive. Taking command of your morning empowers you to live your entire day with authenticity and courage. Habits are not shackles. They are the blueprint for your future. If you want to change your life, if you want to rise above mediocrity, to live with energy, to build unshakable confidence, Start with your morning. Morning is the garden in which the seeds of greatness grow. Every single day, you have a chance to water those seeds, providing them with sunlight and space to blossom. You cannot control what happens out there in the world, but you can absolutely control how you begin each day. This is where true power lives, not in circumstances, but in intention. In the quiet hush before the world wakes, you have the perfect opportunity to align your actions with your desires. Do this every morning. Make a promise to yourself to pursue growth, to feed your mind with positive thoughts, to set intentions for how you will face the world. When you make this sacred promise, you signal to your subconscious mind that you are ready for transformation. You set the stage for the version F yourself that is hungry for life, eager to contribute, determined to grow. This is your wake-up call. Don't squander the chance the universe gives you every dawn. Don't let your dreams wither in the shadow of routine. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to decide right here, right now, that today is not another ordinary day. Today is the day you choose to rise with the sun, to set forth on a path of self-discovery, and to gift yourself the most precious thing you have, intention. As you plant the seeds of intention each morning, begin to notice the subtle yet profound changes unfolding within you. The sun's rise marks not just the passage of time, but the awakening of your resolve, a quiet courage growing ever brighter with each day you honor your commitment. Picture yourself, day after day, carving out this sacred space where the world's pressures cannot reach. Here, you become a sculptor, shaping the day ahead, molding your thoughts, values, and desires into the foundation of extraordinary living. Many will tell you that habits are formed from brute discipline, from militant schedules and unwavering rigidity. But real transformation happens when your actions are soaked in meaning, when your mornings aren't just routines to cross off a list, but spiritual investments, declarations that your life is worth deliberate design. It's about feeling alive as you rise, as the gentle light filters through your window and the world whispers its promise of a new beginning. The journey thrives on small victories. The simple act of sitting in stillness before the world intrudes, of moving your body in gratitude for another day, of penning down the swirling thoughts in your mind with clarity. Each of these choices, practiced daily, builds a fortress of self-belief. You'll find yourself less shaken by the storms life throws your way because your roots are deep, grounded in your own daily renewal. The morning becomes the anchor you return to, reminding you, even on days clouded by doubt, that you are in control, you are worthy, and you are becoming more yourself with each sunrise. There will be mornings when resistance grins from beneath the covers, urging you to sink back into old patterns, to let another day slip by unnoticed. It is in these moments the seeds of resilience are truly planted. Growth requires discomfort, and the pull toward mediocrity will always easiest first thing in the morning. But remember, mastery is built not in flashes of inspiration, but in the gritty, repeated act of showing up for your life, no matter how you feel. Each time you choose presence and intention over mindlessness, you reinforce a message to yourself. I matter. My dreams matter. Over time, this message becomes a truth that sings through every cell in your body. Think back to those who inspire you most, the visionaries, the innovators, the compassionate souls who radiate positivity wherever they go. Their mornings are often their sanctuary. Long before the world's clamor, they create quiet masterpieces in their journal, on the yoga mat, in the silent contemplation of nature, as a daily act of self-respect and self-love. You too are capable of this quiet greatness. You need not be perfect. You must simply be willing. Consider how your actions ripple outward. When you treat your mornings as sacred, your energy shifts and the people around you feel it. Your focus sharpens, your gratitude deepens, your kindness becomes more generous. Soon, your morning ritual is no longer just about you. It's about the energy you bring to those you love, the patience you offer to a stranger, the courage you lend to someone in need. By honoring yourself first thing every morning, you are in fact choosing to impact the world in small but meaningful ways. The process is a mosaic. One day, your ritual might be filled with movement, running, stretching, feeling your muscles surge with vitality. Another, you may crave stillness, eyes closed, breathing deeply, quietly taking inventory of your thoughts and dreams. Some mornings, creativity will pour from your fingertips as you write, paint, or plan your day's canvas. There is no one formula. The alchemy lies in repetition, in making space each morning for whatever your heart most needs. Technology and distractions relentlessly compete for your attention, but the dawn is a time to disconnect externally and reconnect internally. Instead of reaching for your phone and instinctively scrolling through an endless feed, you reach for yourself, your goals, passions, values. This deliberate pause between sleep and action trains your mind to respond, not react, to create, not consume, to lead, not follow. Of course, life's demands will sometimes intrude. Children needing care, work emergencies, unexpected obligations. These are realities, not excuses for abandonment. Even on days when your ritual can only last a few minutes, hold on to the essence of the practice: intention, gratitude, and self-respect. A deep breath, a whispered affirmation, a single stretch, tiny acts done with conscious presence carry enormous power. The point is not duration or perfection, but devotion. Over time, journaling your journey amplifies your transformation. When you look back and see your growth measured not by external achievements, but by inner resilience, you realize how far you've come. Pages filled with your hopes, setbacks, and victories become living proof that change is possible, that your life is being reshaped from the inside out, morning after morning. Imagine the confidence that will bloom as your mind becomes accustomed to gratitude at sunrise, your body to movement, your spirit to hope. You will stand taller, not because the world has gotten easier, but because you have become stronger. The way you speak to yourself changes. Kindness replaces criticism. Affirmation drowns out insecurity. Your morning ritual becomes an anchor in the shifting tides of life, steadying you no matter what comes. Let yourself be inspired by the change you spark each morning. Notice how challenges become less overwhelming and how moments of beauty appear in the most unexpected places. A kind word, a fresh idea, a new friendship. The person you are at sunrise shapes the person you are at midday, at dusk, at day's end. This is the magic within your grasp. One morning at a time, you change not just your day, but the story of your entire life. Let the journey deepen. By now, your mornings are beginning to feel different, layered with meaning beyond mere routine, echoing with the awareness that these small acts are shaping the person you are becoming. The world outside may be unpredictable, but within the sanctuary of your intention, you discover a reservoir of power. This is a space you have earned, carved from commitment, and fueled by your choice to begin every day on your own terms. Every morning, you reaffirm the truth that you are not defined by yesterday's setbacks or fears of tomorrow. With each new sunrise, you choose to be present, to participate actively in the miracle of your own growth. Some mornings, sunlight pours through your window and motivation feels effortless. On others, the sky is gray and resolve is tested. But these tougher mornings are where true transformation anchors itself. A ritual practiced only on perfect days is no ritual at all. It is in the keeping of your word to yourself, especially when it is hardest, that real confidence is built. Each small promise kept in those quiet, early hours becomes a brick in the unshakable foundation you are laying for your future self. The discipline to rise, to greet the day with intention, even when the world feels heavy, forges resilience and self-trust you can count on. You do not need to move mountains before breakfast. Rather, you need to show up for yourself honestly and courageously. This might mean moving your body to shake off sleep and invite energy. Perhaps it's nourishing your mind with wisdom. Reading a few inspiring pages. Maybe some mornings your sole task is to sit in stillness, to listen deeply for the voice within you that is so often drowned out by the noise of daily life. The goal is presence. Intentionally showing up for this brief, precious window of time sends yourself the message that your dreams and well-being deserve priority. Notice how, with each morning ritual, your perspective on challenges begins to shift. Life throws curveballs, unexpected losses, disappointments, changes in plans, but the habit of honoring yourself at sunrise builds the certainty that you can weather any storm. Instead of shrinking from adversity, you begin meeting it with curiosity. What can I learn from this? How can I grow? This frame of mind is the invisible armor that those who thrive possess, not because their lives are easier, but because they have rehearsed responding to difficulty with purpose and grace. Your ritual is your rehearsal. The sense of control you reclaim in the mornings ripples outward. Day after day, you reinforce that you do not have to be at the mercy of external circumstances. You may not control the weather, other people's choices, or world events, but you always control the spirit with which you meet each morning. In this way, your power is unassailable. Life, then, is not simply a series of events to survive, but a world in which you are the main character, shaping each chapter with intention. Watch as your relationship with time transforms. Hours no longer pass in a blur. Instead, you become an active participant in the orchestration of your days. With your morning ritual as a compass, decisions throughout the day are influenced by clarity and purpose. Priorities become simpler, distractions easier to weed out. Each action takes on the weight and meaning of your intention, rather than being dictated by urgency or outside pressure. This is how you begin to move through the world with a quiet self-assurance. Now let's talk about self-compassion. There will be mornings when you oversleep, when you feel rushed, or when the demands of life pull you away from your ritual sooner than you would like. Instead of succumbing to guilt or disappointment, meet yourself with the kindness you would offer a friend. Remember, transformation is a journey, not a single act. Every morning that you come back to your intention, even imperfectly, you are realigning with your growth. The point is not to strive for impossible consistency, but to create a pattern of self-honor that becomes your instinct most days. Over time, your ritual becomes a mirror. By consistently giving yourself this gift, you recognize your own worthiness. Little by little, the narrative of self-doubt and limitation is replaced by one of possibility. You see evidence in your own behavior that you are capable of change, that renewal is possible at any moment. The spirit with which you face the world is gentler, less reactive, and more imaginative. Solutions come more easily. Inspiration surfaces when you least expect it. And then a beautiful shift begins. Your sense of gratitude grows. In the quiet hours of morning, unburdened by expectation or judgment, you become aware of the beauty woven into your life. Fresh air, warm light, beating heart, the infinite opportunity of a day unspoiled. Where once mornings may have felt like a burden or a chore, they now feel like a privilege, an invitation to celebrate what is good, to set intentions for what can be better. Gratitude, when practiced, becomes the lens through which all of life looks brighter. Look back a month from now and notice the subtle transformation. The person you are becoming greets not only mornings, but also midday challenges and evening reflections with more focus, more grace, more unwavering hope. The world has not changed, but you have, because you dared to do this small thing every day. The ripple effect is real. Each sunrise ritual becomes a thread, weaving together a tapestry of a life lived with meaning, courage, and joy. Beyond your own growth, consider those around you. When you choose to begin your days with intention, your energy becomes contagious. Loved ones notice your presence. Friends comment on your positivity. Colleagues respect your clarity and calm. You start unintentionally inspiring those around you to reconsider their own habits, their own beginnings. Your morning ritual, once a private practice, now plants seeds of transformation that blossom far beyond your own life. Let the sun rise on a new chapter. Each morning, you are not only starting a day, you are starting anew, redrawing the boundaries of what is possible for yourself. You hold the pen, you author the mindset with which you move through the world. Every little thing you do in those early quiet moments is a statement. I am here. I am worth the best I can give myself. I am ready today and every day that follows. Step into the quiet majesty of the morning and recognize that each day's dawn is an invitation, a promise from life itself that it is never too late to become the person you wish to be. As you continue your commitment day after day, it becomes clear transformation is not a myth reserved for the lucky or the special. It is real, forged anew with each sunrise, cultivated by the simple courage to uphold this one sacred ritual. This practice you keep is not about checking a box or following a prescribed method. It's about honoring yourself, about acknowledging that you are both the artist and the canvas, capable of shaping your days, your attitude, and ultimately your destiny. Think of all the forces in the world that move quietly but powerfully, like the roots that push through soil or the rivers that carve through ancient stone, drop by careful drop. Your morning ritual is just such a force. Imperceptibly, with each repetition, you erode old fears and self-doubts. You soften what is rigid within you. You awaken what has lain dormant for too long. The quiet act of deciding who you are each morning echoes through all your relationships and endeavors. As you strengthen this sacred bond with yourself, you realize that you are no longer waiting for rescue from outside circumstances. You have become the hero of your own life story. The world may continue to swirl with chaos and uncertainty, but your mornings are now an island of peace that no outside storm can breach. Even as the demands of your journey intensify, this space you have carved out offers clarity, renewal, and a return to purpose. In these precious minutes, you draft your intentions, set your focus, and align your actions with the dreams that give your life meaning. You become both steady and flexible, able to adapt to the unpredictable, yet unwavering in your direction. The more you honor this time, the more grounded you feel, the less life's turbulence can displace you. Consider how the strength and self-awareness gathered in the dawn fortify you throughout your day. Challenges that once seemed overwhelming now appear less intimidating, not because problems have disappeared, but because your resilience has grown. You've built a foundation that can withstand setbacks, criticism, and uncertainty. Success and happiness, you realize, are not random. They spring from the roots of consistent self-care, deliberate focus, and meaningful action. Now look at the way your self-perception evolves. Your internal dialogue, once littered with doubts or self-judgment, is replaced by words of affirmation and self-encouragement. This transformation is profound. When you speak kindly to yourself in those early moments, you nourish your confidence from the inside out. Old narratives dissolve, new possibilities take root. With every morning practice, you are scripting a new story, one where you are resourceful, courageous, and deeply compassionate towards yourself. The world invariably will pull you in many directions. However, this grounding ritual gives you the opportunity to realign, to come back to your why. When the noise around you intensifies, return to the morning's calm. The lessons of silence, reflection, and gratitude gathered there will support you through the ebbs and flows of life. And with time, you find that even in the hustle and bustle, a part of that morning serenity stays with you, a sanctuary you can revisit at a moment's notice. Let this habit remind you that life is not measured only in achievements, but in the depth of your experience and presence. That one cup of tea sipped in silence, that single line written in your journal, that gentle stretch as you greet the sun, these are the moments where life's richness is concentrated. They become anchors, holding you steady when you are tired, overwhelmed, or uncertain. And as the seasons shift and your life evolves, so too may your morning ritual. It will adapt itself to your needs, your dreams, your stage in life. Some mornings may be devoted to creativity and learning, others to rest and gentle restoration. What remains constant is the act of returning to yourself, to your values, to your vision for the life you wish to live. Each new day's commitment is a declaration of hope and possibility, a reminder that you possess the power to write and rewrite your story at any time. You are the product of what you repeatedly do, and greatness is born quietly in the steadfast preservation of simple yet powerful habits. In a world obsessed with quick fixes and overnight transformations, you become a living example of the profound change possible through patient, intentional consistency. Your transformation, unfolding gently within the privacy of early morning hours, will radiate far beyond yourself. As you continue on this path, you notice a subtle magic weaving its elf through your days. There is an undeniable sense of authority over your choices, a gentleness toward your imperfections, a well of gratitude for the small beauties in your life. You think clearer, move with greater purpose, and inspire others simply by being present, living proof that change is possible one sunrise at a time. Know this, your efforts matter. Every morning you choose to honor yourself, to step into the day with purpose, is a testament to your courage. It is an act of rebellion against passivity and despair. You become the source of your own light, the captain of your soul, and the steady presence in your own life, no matter how noisy the world becomes. So as another day beckons, rise with the conviction that you are worthy of this discipline and joy. Remind yourself with each sunrise that the past does not determine the future, your present intention does. Take a breath, open your heart, and walk forward, empowered by the truth that your life is yours to shape, not just in grand moments, but in the humble, quiet work of every morning. This is your story, a story written each day at dawn. May you greet each sunrise with gratitude, meet each challenge with courage, and honor yourself with unwavering love. Change your mornings and you change your life. Step into the miracle of each new day. The world is waiting for the best of you, beginning first by giving that best to yourself. Embrace the morning, embrace your one precious life, and watch as everything changes, one quiet beginning at a time.